Hey guys, this is June because I was born in June. Welcome to my amazing life today. In today's episode, I'm going to explore with you what are the fun contents that you can put in your social media, whether it's in your Facebook or Instagram, in order to make it a lot of engagement and make it go viral. So stay tuned to the end. Welcome back. Okay, so one of the tip and trick I have for you is that you just simply have to have fun in whether in the photo that you're posting or in the content. I saw a lot of friends that really love the kind of value post, but let's imagine you have been posting value posts for like maybe the last 7 days. So your post will become very it's the same kind of format, right? It's just value posts. So that's where people will get bored. Okay, one of the key traits that's in there in the psychology is that we as a human, we get bored easily. That's why if let's say on and off, when you actually input a different kind of content, whether it's in your YouTube channels or it's in your Facebook Live or written contents or content you share to the group, Facebook group, right? Then you will get people kind of sense the different side of you. That's why sometimes you want to stay about 80% consistent in the content that you're producing, but then sometimes you want to like produce something that is so different from the usual way what you're sharing. So I would suggest that the percentage you can go about 80% and 20%. Meaning 80% is the format that you have been producing all the while, and the 20% is something very, very different. Like I want to share one of the example that I've done before is that because right now is lockdown. Previously, it's a lockdown period due to COVID-19, right? So we can't really travel out. So I know that a lot of my friends all over the world, you guys cannot travel to Malaysia. That's why I went to one of the very famous landmark in Malaysia. It's actually the Kuala Lumpur Petronas Tower. If let's say you guys been here before, there's like a twin tower there, right? I just opened a Facebook Live over there. It's like, oh my god, a lot of friends actually telling me that how beautiful it is, the building it is, and that's why it's very different kind of contents that I've been producing, right? Usually I'm doing value posts, but then once a while I do something very, very different, and then it gets a lot of attention and eyeballs. Okay, so that's tip number one. You don't have to be serious all the time. You don't have to be the same kind of content all the time. Make it about 80% and 20%. Okay, so tip number two, show more of yourself. It's actually a personal branding. Okay, I have two types of friends. One type is very, very introvert, which they are not so used to putting their own photos or their own selfie photos online. I totally get it, right? So one type of my friend, they are very, very accustomed to that. They are all right. So I'm not worried about you, the extrovert guys, okay? I'm just talking about introvert guys and ladies, okay? If let's say you're having problem of you don't feel like posting yourself on the Facebook, you're missing out big thing. Probably you'll be having the tendency of maybe posting some GIF file, right? Or maybe you'll be posting something that is more to like quote based, okay? But let me tell you what are the advantages of putting yourself out there. Okay, let's imagine this. You have spent so much time in writing a really, really good content, really, really good value post and want to share it out. Someone saw it and then they love it, but then they do not know who is the author. Like, what's a waste? Because someone else can actually copy and paste your contents and just rip it off and then post into their contents and just say that it's from them, right? But then by putting your face into the photo, people know that, oh my god, this value contents actually come from June. So yeah, I know it's coming from June. I start to remember June more clearly, okay? So it helps to build your personal branding. And then you do not necessarily need to post like a big face of you in a photo, okay? You don't have to. You can post something really fun, like let's say you're a family guy. Why not maybe you really like to spend time with your children, and every weekend you guys like went for like, you know, doing some work to go to playground, right? Have some activities together. Why not post something about that? Like you can say like, hey, today is a lovely Sunday, just taking some time off with your family, and then in the caption you can talk about something about balance in life, work and life balance, okay? So you don't need to necessarily post your own selfie photo. There are a lot of different types of photo you can post. I also once posted about a photo of me in a restaurant, in an Indian restaurant, eating a really super huge kind of bread. In the end, I put up a very good value post. People comment because my photo not because of my caption. So without posting a photo, you are missing out big time, because most of us, we leave a comments from some other people posts for two reasons. One is the copywriting, or maybe the headline of the caption caught our eyes, or another reason is that the photo is either very funny or like it's very debatable, okay? So that's the reason why that you do not want to miss out big time. Putting your photos out there, it's actually a personal branding of you, okay? You can brand yourself, like let's say you're someone who is like a gym enthusiast. So why not let the world know about your routines in keeping fit, okay? You are because you have been working out very early every single day, like maybe 6 a.m. early in the morning to do gym. And then why not talk about this and then tell people how consistent and how disciplined you are, and then share a value post about how they can do so in their life, whether it is in their personal life or in their business life, okay? So the tip number 3. Okay, this is quite fun. Tip number 3 is what I have recently posted in my Facebook post. Start with something negative about yourself. Okay, I try not to talk about negative things about other people. I know I can laugh about myself. I can talk about negative things about myself. Nobody can blame me for talking about that, right? So that's why you can start with talking something bad about yourself. And then, you know what? This is kind of like a little bit of psychology. When you tell people the bad things about yourself, people want to read that post. People want to know, oh, what is the bad things that is happening to you, okay? Or what are the key mistakes that you make in your business, right? We want to learn, right? We want to know more. So few days ago, I think last week, as and when I'm recording this video, I posted some posts in my Facebook profile by talking about what my ex-boyfriend taught me. Okay, so for those who have been following my posts, you guys know that I'm having a really lovely boyfriend who will send me flower every single month. So whenever I post this headline, I was like, what my ex-boyfriend taught me. A lot of my friends thought that I'm like breaking up or something like that. But in fact, in the post, I have a little twist in my post by saying that because why he's in my ex-boyfriend, because he's now my fiance, okay? So there's a twist, and then what I learned from him is that his consistency in sending me flower every 10th of the month to celebrate our anniversary. He never missed a day. So that's why in the post itself, I start with something negative about, maybe you think that it's negative, right? But then the twist is that I tell my friends that, you know what, he's really a very consistent and persistent guy. Hey, that's why I'm engaged, and that's why this is the one thing that I learned about him. Treat your customer like your lover. You have to be consistent in giving values. You have to be consistent in following up in order to turn them from prospect into a paying client, okay? So the next one, tip number 4. You can always laugh about yourself. This is related to the tip number 3. So what things that you can talk about laughing about yourself is that some of the mistakes that you have made. Okay, maybe it's a very stupid mistakes that a lot of people don't really share it because they want to be the 100% perfect, right? But let's imagine this. If let's say you are the one who talk about yourself, stupid things that you've done, people love the genuine you, because this is what happens in life. We can't be the perfect all the time. That's where you are able to be an audience that actually connect personally with you, because they feel like, oh my god, so embarrassing, oh my god, this is so embarrassing, and June is willing to share it. So they can feel like you're a very transparent and genuine person, okay? So tip number 5, which is also related to tip number 4, keep it genuine. No one is perfect. You do not have to be perfect all the time. Like even if, let's say, you want to start a YouTube channel, you want to start a Facebook live show. It's the first time that you want to interview other amazing entrepreneurs in your show by inviting them. You do not have to be the perfect interviewer, okay? So nobody's love to be the perfect self, because otherwise, you know what? To me myself personally, okay, I don't really watch Victoria's Secret the fashion show, because I felt like it's too perfect. Watching them just remind me of how much fat I have in my body, okay? So that's why maybe it's not for the guys, but then for me myself, I felt like the show is too perfect. So that's why I don't really watch it. But let's think about that. why reality show gains so much of traction. Like reality show of whether it's for the celebrity or it involves like American Got Talents, British Got Talents, those kind of reality shows will attract a lot of eyeballs, attract a lot of viewers because they are real. We are actually featuring audiences, or we are featuring all the people around the world which they show the authentic self. They may not be the prettiest in the world, they may not be, the thinnest in the world, but then they are just being real. That's why a lot of people love to watch that, okay? So tip number 6, just be different. You may need to test a lot of different contents. You can just be yourself. There's so much of unique stuff about you yourself. Like for example, can you see a doll back there? I really love Stitch. Yeah, I really love it. Like I watched a cartoon when Stitch released their first movie. I think I was about 13 or 14 years old. Yeah, you can guess how old I am, okay? I don't care. So, I really love Stitch because I love dogs. I love dogs, but then I don't have a dog because taking care of a dog is really a huge responsibility. But then Stitch in the movie itself is like, a blue alien dog. That's what I love about Stitch, his character in the movie itself. So I don't mind to tell other people that I really love Stitch even though I'm not young, okay? So that's something very unique about me. That's one of the key differentiating factor I purposely input in my video to differentiate myself from some other YouTube videos or some other Facebook live video out there, okay? So let's just summarize how to input fun contents, whether in your social media platform, whichever platform you're on. So the first one is that you do not have to be serious all the time, okay? So you can think about, you can put something very fun, whether it's in your photo or it's in your caption. Remember, input a photo is so important. If let's say you're not comfortable in putting yourself always out there, you can put something like maybe your series of photo is always you shoot sideways or something very fun about your photo. Like you can be anything, or you're someone like who likes Kung Fu, okay? Like we call it Wing Chun. I wonder anyone know what I'm talking about. It's actually Wing Chun is one of the Kung Fu very famous from us, right? From us Chinese, okay? So you can just input something that you love into your video or into your contents to tell people about that. Tip number 3, you can start talking about something that is negative about yourself. Okay? No one will blame you by talking negative about yourself. You can laugh about yourself for some of the mistakes that you make in the past. People love to know the negative stuff. It's just the psychology, okay? So tip number 4, laugh about yourself. Tip number 5, keeping it genuine. Nobody is perfect, so it's alright if let's say you're making mistakes. Don't worry about that. And be different. Find something that is so unique about you. If let's say you do not know what is so unique about you, don't worry. Just ask around your friends, ask around your family members. They definitely know one thing about yourself, okay? So I hope that you guys love this video. If let's say you do love it, do subscribe to my YouTube channels, okay? You can also click the button right below, or there is a notification bell here, so that you will be notified whenever I have another Facebook live or another YouTube live as well. And also, if let's say you are just starting your business very freshly, like you're aspiring entrepreneurs, I also have one free gift for you. I'm putting my link down below. That's the link that you can get my free ebook in order to hire your first virtual assistant more effectively and efficiently. So most of the time whenever you're starting new as entrepreneurs, we tend to do everything ourselves, including like we are like graphic designers, we are like the accountants, we are like researchers, or like, oh my god, we are everything, right? But then you probably wouldn't want to spend so much time of yourself. You can start leverage other people's time and start delegating your tasks, right, to the virtual assistant. That's why I actually come up with this 10 pages of free ebook, which you can get it for free in order to learn the tips and tricks I have for hiring virtual assistant for the past 10 years. I'm going to put the link down below as well. So if let's say you are interested as well, feel free to join my group. My group is called Amazing Group. You can go to www.amazingstory.co. So I look forward to see you guys tomorrow then. Take care. Bye.